Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have a video about the compressor on the Aprilia sr50 Ditech, about the problems with the compressor, about the pressure, about how to disassemble it, and some few other things. Now, what you can see here are two compressors. Yes, this one on the left side, as you can see, is one from the Aprilia Ditech. It's from 2001. And this one looks the same, but it isn't the same. When you flip it around, you see Piaggio. In this moment, you would think, okay, maybe they fit both the Aprilia, but they won't, because this one here is slightly bent to the because this one is slightly positioned to the left, you see. So when you have this wheel on this bolt, it's going to be like this. So it will not fit the Morini engine from the Aprilia sr50. Now, before I say anything, this one is in a very good condition. It's airtight. Airtight means when you put a pressure hose on it and put on this one here, on this nipple, and you put on some pressure, about 2 or 4 bars, there should be no bubbles or no air leaking out of the cylinder. Because you see there's this valve here, it opens and closes as when the piston moves up and down. But if the pressure comes from this side, it should stay closed. In this case it is so. This is only for demonstration. Now, when you take one of the compressors apart, doesn't matter which one, I will show you how to do it. Very simple. Always inspect this wheel. I already removed the bearing out of this one, and it's an HK0509. 0509 means it's got a 5 millimeters diameter on the inside and 9 millimeters on the outside. So when you remove this wheel, you have this bearing normally inside. I use this piston to pry it out. Sorry I didn't film it, I don't have time for all this. And when you see these little thingies falling out of the bearing, it's junk. So you need to replace it. You can buy a new one. New one is approximately €2 plus shipping, nothing special. Okay, this is the first part. The second part, maintenance. When you take the compressor apart and examine your wheel, examine your shims and your piston and everything, you can take a look inside the cylinder. When you see scratches inside the cylinder, take 1000 or 800 grit paper, put some two-stroke oil on it, and rub it inside to get rid of the scratches. And you will have your compression back. Not like new, but you will have your compression back definitely. Back to this one. This one is already has already been fixed. It's in a working condition, but it only produces approximately 2 bar of pressure. 2 bar, I don't know. So that's why I'm gonna have to take it apart again and check it for leaking pressure, or to check again the surface of the cylinder. Now, how to take it apart? Take something to protect your fingers. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Wait a second. Try to position my camera. So it should be easy. So now, to disassemble it, press it down, and then you should gain access to this rod, and just simply then press the rod down with a screwdriver or something. For example, toothbrush. Maybe it will work. Try it out. So you need some strength to do it. You see, it's already out. Then you just have to push further down to take it out. Oh my God. Or use some pliers. You can also use pliers to grab the rod. I mean, without the camera, I could flip it and press and use my table to press against this black thing. But I just want to show you. It's quite easy, but the spring is has got a lot of tension. So you see now it's out. And this goes out, and this goes out, and this goes out. And now I use something like this to lift the piston up. So now let's inspect the cylinder inside. Wait a second, let's clean it first. So as you can see, I worked on this already, but it's still not perfect. And I think this is because this valve inside is leaking. It's leaking pressure. So when you put, as I mentioned on this one here, when you put pressure on this side, you will have air leaking out of this valve inside the cylinder. What I will do now, I will try to clean the inside of the cylinder by pushing this here down with a toothbrush, for example, and trying to gain access inside with some sandpaper. I don't know if it's going to work. It's just an idea because I don't want to throw it away. It doesn't have much pressure. It only has 2 bar, but it's okay. So now I will show you how I test the other compressor. I got another one. It's already hooked up to my Aprilia, and I will show you how I test it. You see, always inspect the shims if they're okay. See? Oops. So, and this one here, you see, it's nice. No loose parts. Okay, so I will try to work on it again with sandpaper and oil. And now I will show you how to test the compressor on the scooter. So, this is my Aprilia sr50. I hooked up the other compressor, it's the better one. I fixed it 2 days ago. And yeah, this one produces approximately 4 bars, whatever, of pressure. Just to test it, you disconnect everything, as you can see here on the picture. Disconnect your fuel pump, unplug your spark plug, and then you can rip it. So everything's hooked up, let's start it. Oh, it's the wrong one. Now observe as the pressure rises. Of course, it's going to take a little bit longer because this tube has to fill itself with air. So now let's rip it. Make sure your battery is full. I think mine's not full, but I think it's going to be okay. battery is almost. Okay, but it's gonna be 4 bars. And as you can see here, you have a very small leak. Always check your connections for leakage. You see there's some water already in the water trap. And the pressure stays. It will go down approximately 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it will go down to 0, but it's normal. So the system loses pressure. It will not stay pressurized all the time. This is bullshit. So this compressor is okay. As I said, my battery is a little bit weak, and normally it should have 4 bars minimum. I measured it approximately 2 hours ago, and it was 4 bar perfectly. So this will be all for today. Thanks for watching. Next video will be about the electronic throttle. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to ask me.